Griffin Murphy. You know what happens today?
Mr. Chow, baby. Saturday's for the boys. Winning day, baby. Let's roll.
No. You know what happens today?
You tell me what happens today, Lenny.
Tigers play baseball, baby.
That's right. We got spring training in action. I actually bet yesterday, bro. I've been betting on it.
Oh, I have not. I haven't touched
you
can
bet this early?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're playing college teams too. The Gophers were playing yesterday.
Yeah, I bet college basketball or college baseball. But I need another month or so. I mean, they're just warming up.
It's coin flipping.
Like not even. I'm wearing the batting practice spring training jersey, whatever. I don't have coffee all over it. I just noticed. Whatever. It is what it is. Welcome into Doc's Daily on a Saturday. We're live here 11 a.m. every Saturday. Griffin and I do hit this show. We're going to talk about all kinds of college basketball. Any questions you got about specific games, let us know in the chat, and we'll run them down. As long as Griffin doesn't have a premium play on it, he'll give you his opinion on it. I'll tell him how he's wrong. It'll be an argument. It's fun for everybody. I got a little action today, not a ton. Tried to regulate myself because there was a lot. I felt like I'd be betting on this show. So there were a couple games I'm on the fence with. I could go either way.
I always keep a notebook out for it.
Bro.
I got mine out too, baby.
Yep. I
like that one.
I'm like, say that again.
Quick hundo. Yep.
Boom, bang, pow. Yep. So we're on some stuff today. Don't forget about free $60 account. The link is in the description of the video. Check us out there. It's a great way to try out Griffin Murphy's premium plays over at docsports.com website. Description's got the link in the video. You click it, take you right over there, give you a free $60. You can use that, like I said, on Griffin's premium plays for the day, weekend, season pass. You do you, Pikachu. Whatever you want to use it, it's free money over there. So you might as well use it on Griffin Murphy's premium plays over there. And if you want to become a cool kid and you want to get laughed at and the kid drop-off stuff, you boom, $5.
$5, baby.
$5. I'd take me back to my 90s days. $5 footlong. Listen, for $5 a month, you buy it on the desktop. Don't buy it on the mobile device. It'll cost you more money. Either way, $5 to $6, I think it is on the whatever. $5, 30 days, all of this craziness. You're welcome. I'll be honest with you, February, I'm struggling. It's always my worst month of the year, but let me be clear. I'm struggling. And if you followed me for $5 a month and you bet $100 better, you'd be up $1,000 right now. I am not okay with that. Like, that's horrible for me. I need to make more money.
Of course.
But you're not losing money, and you definitely made your $5 back, and you paid for the rest of the year. So share, like, comment, all that good stuff. That's enough of my sales pitch. I'm great. You should pay the $5. The end. That's it, right. I don't know why all these guys go through this 5-minute dissertation about their I've been doing this for 50 years, and I remember when numbers, you had to go to the guy. I mean, listen, I'm great. I'm great. I'm going to give you great shit. It's going to cost you $5 a month. You're welcome.
Listen, I got algorithms. I code out the ass. I've got historical data that's tracked back to before anybody on this firm's ever been alive. Right. We'll hook you guys up.
Griffin's been having algorithms before people knew what the fucking algorithm was.
That's right. Okay? I designed that shit.
Right. He's the one that came. He termed it the coin. He termed it. He made the word up, algorithm, and now everybody uses it.
Just call me Griffin. Artificial intelligence.
Right. When we get into, we're gonna dive deep into college basketball, but talk about what you got going on tonight at the website before we go too far.
Yeah, dude. Very excited, I will say, rolling into today. Obviously, I had my game of the year on Thursday in the NBA with the Toronto Raptors over my Chicago Bulls. I laid the 6 points and ended up cashing that on a 2-0 sweep with the Charlotte Hornets. We've been rolling in NBA right now. I'm 11-4 in my last 15 selections for 2460 in profit, 2,460. In the long-term spectrum of NBA, in my last 27 selections, I'm up nearly $3,000. I've got a 2-pack in the NBA, including a 4-unit and a 2-unit. But the focus today is obviously always in the octagon. On Saturdays, you already know it. If there's UFC, we're involved heavily. And I've got a massive 7-unit fight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight. That's part of a 4-fight card, Lenny. I'll text you that fight right after this.
I was just going to say, holler.
Yeah, I got you, brother. I got you. 4-fight
I got my pen and paper ready.
9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to get on that, I've hit 2 for 2 winning seasons with Doc since I opened up my services, and I'm up $3,100 in profit lifetime. So I've got a 7-unit there. And then early, if you guys are looking for some college hoops action, I have marquee matchups on the board, which you guys know I don't love those top 25 games. I do have a pair of those in my card today. 4-play card, including a 5-unit best bet in the smaller conference action games, and that game goes off at 2 p.m. Eastern time. We've got a loaded card. I'm hot right now. I will say across all sports. So if you guys want to get on board, DocSports.com/360. I'm done selling over the sales pitch. We're great. Like Lenny said, we're great. We're here to win.
We're great. You're welcome. Okay. I'm just kidding. We're just being assholes. People. I'm just saying there's probably somebody that just watched this show for the first 3 minutes and they're like, these guys, I'm out. And that's fine. I hope you stay around. Hit the like button. We're really cool. We're really cool. Just ask us.
Hit the like or you're gonna lose every bet. You know the rules, Superstation, baby.
Yeah, right. You have to hit the like button if you watch this show. If you don't, you lose all your bets today. That's not our rules. Those are YouTube's rules. It's in the bylaws in the sections 72A, B/Z. You got to look in the subparagraph 3, text 4, and that's where it's at. It's in the small print. So we're going to let you guys keep filing in. I see some chats here. Joe Beef, Scott and his Miami, Ohio Redhawks are rolling. We got some stuff here to talk about, though. I'm going to tell you right now a couple games that I'm on. Okay,
sure.
that you know, Papa Bear likes here, okay? I like Florida to call their number today against Ole Miss. And these are bigger games, okay? These are a little – I'm just going to –
can talk that
everybody likes these big games to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about Eastern Michigan. I don't know why.
I love that shit. I love that.
Right. This Louisville, Georgia Tech game. Here's how I'm going to approach this game. I'm on the team total for Louisville over 94.5 because I think they score at will against Georgia Tech. Okay.
I'm gonna pull up my top 25s right now.
Yep. And then I'm on UConn to bounce back. And I took a 2-team teaser here on this parlay. 2-team parlay. I'm on Houston and under. So correlated. Houston in the under there, -110, 2 teams kind of situation. Because I teased it down. I got Houston -1.5, and I have under 146.5. So I took 4-point teaser down last night.
That is one of the games I have premiums on. Other than that, right. I don't have any premiums other than what we've talked about.
Now I know it's a loser. All right. And then I'm just kidding. Wake Forest over. Nobody tell Nick Mencken. I'm gonna say this right now in the chat before he comes on. Wake Forest. I'm on Wake Forest. Plus, I think they're a live dog over Virginia Tech.
I don't hate that one either. I like that one. That's actually one of the first games on the board. We can kick off with that one.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah, that's so we got a total at 152.5, and then we've got the Hokies laying a number here at 4.5 in Blacksburg, and everybody knows it's never easy to go to Blacksburg. Those fans have absolutely nothing to do other than watch college football and watch college basketball. So they are all
great shit else to do there.
They're smash drunk, I will say, every student, and they will get up for this game, absolutely. And then you got Wake Forest traveling out for this one, catching a number here. Wake Forest coming in 14-12 on the season, and they are on a 3-game winning streak. Bad median with that 4-6, so that does cause a little bit of deception. But I will say I love that win over Clemson in their most recent matchup, beating them. Clemson entered that game 20-6. They beat them by nearly 10. Clemson was laying 3.5 on the road, so Wake Forest not only got the cover, but they also won that game outright. Now we look at this situation. It is a bad thing for Wake Forest now that they just had a huge win at home, and now they have to travel on the road to play another very good Hokies team. Hokies currently 12-3 at home this season on a 2-game losing streak. So This is the situational factor where everybody believes, all right, the Hokies just came off a loss against a very good Miami team by 1 point. This is a bounce-back situation. The Hokies got the cover for public bettors. They were catching 8.5 points in that game, so they won that game. Situation like this, the trend is your friend. 3-game winning streak. Everybody's looking at the Hokies at home. 2-game losing streak. Bounce-back spot, especially at a 12-3 record. Absolutely not. Give me Wake Forest here plus the 4.5 points. I love them in this spot. This is actually a really good play. Definitely a note taker here.
I thought I was going to hold my nose here on this one. I mean, I got the number at 4.5. I think if Virginia Tech wins this game, it's going to be by small margin.
Free throws.
Yeah, free throws. It's at the stripe for sure. If Wake Forest is in it and a live dog, it's a little sprinkle here on the money line. If Wake Forest is in this game, I think they win it outright, to be honest with you.
They got them last time. They got them last time, 81-78. So that even adds more power for people to take Virginia Tech. That makes me like Wake Forest even more.
Exactly. That's why I swear to God, that like 1 a.m. this morning, I was like, well, there, and I'm doing this, and I'm like, well, shit, I like that even more now. Let's say hi to the chat real quick. We got a new member, Tony. Tony spent $5. Became a member, did the right thing, made good choices in his life. So shout out to you, Tony. Green Army team. I think that's what that says. Green Army team, 1890. You
Green Army team. He's lighting up the reefers. I
like it. Morning. Good morning, gentlemen. Delaware State under 70.5. Delaware State.
Pull this one up. There's so many games, bro. It's so hard to find. Like, you got it. What time's that game go off? That Delaware?
Yeah,
State?
If you guys in the chat, when you talk about a game, let me know what time it goes off. Eastern time, if you're good.
We can rip through and find it. There.
But
I'm looking right now. Delaware State, where are we at? There's so many games on today, bro.
Eastern. 4 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, so that's 3 my time. All right, Delaware State. We're at the 3 point. Hold on.
We were at automatic light yesterday on Doc's Daily as well. We talked about this. This might be the most college basketball we've seen on a Saturday since the beginning of the season, like week 1 or 2. Like, it was real early on when it was like, okay, college basketball's here. Bam, shoved it down our throat. I feel like we've been scattered throughout the season so far.
Yeah.
And today's the first day we're really back with. They're just going to jam it down our throat. It's going to be on every channel. There ain't shit else going on except for, I think, 6 NBA games. Nobody cares about the bronze medal in hockey. I'm just saying, because we ain't playing for it. It's all about tomorrow. And if you ain't wearing red and white and blue, get the fuck out of this country. I'm telling you right
USA, now, baby.
Canada, we're winning a gold.
No, Letty, but I love it though, man. As you mentioned, this is one of the biggest days of the entire season.
Over the hat.
So you know it's got the freaking. Let's go, baby. USA,
I take the hat off, but
we roll.
This is how I was at the bar yesterday watching the game. So
you'll be right back today. Back today.
The lady got all nervous when I said we're doing shots for goals. The waitress at the bar, me and my son were there, and she's like, shots for goals? What do you mean? I go, every time the United States scores a goal, put a double shot of Crown in front of me. And she's like, yeah. She goes, a double? I go, yeah, 2 shots, 1 ice cube, 1 glass.
That's how we like it, baby. Did you get the nice
round? How I like cube? It. Very simple.
You get it squared off, 1 ice cube?
Whatever cube they got, man. I ain't fancy. I don't care.
All right.
I don't care if it's in a triangle, bro. I really don't give a shit. I like 1 glass, 1 cube, 2 shots. And they scored 6 goals. So Lenny had a lunch.
Lenny had 12 shots yesterday.
Lenny had a lunch. Yeah.
All right, let's jump in. You want to jump into this Delaware State game?
It's 3 o'clock your time.
Yeah, I got it right in front of me. We can talk about this one. And this is the thing, too.
We're talking about the team total.
As Lenny mentioned about, are we team total?
It's got to be 70.5.
Oh, it's under 70.5. So I look at a game like this, and Delaware State, 6-19 on the season. The last time these two teams played each other, Morgan State beat them in an 80-79 final. So now you got a team total at 70.5. whilst they went over that in their most recent matchup, putting up 79 points. So that already is a red flag from the market. I'll tell you guys that first off. Second off, as Lenny mentioned, and I want to pivot that point because it's so massive, this is one of the biggest games or days in college basketball all season long when it comes to the amount of games. So everybody is honed in on these top 25 ranked up matchups, and they're all over the board today. So when you look at games like this, this is where all public money is completely unmonitored. That gives us a lot more value to bet on these games. Then you look at a Delaware State team, 1-9 in their last 10 games, currently on a 4-game losing streak. Now going in to deal with Morgan State, who's 10-14 on the season. They're 6-5 at home, and they have a very strong median at 7-3 in their last 10 games, coming off a loss in their most recent matchup by just 4 points. So you look at this scenario, Morgan State laying just 5.5 points. That's the market telling us something. Because Delaware State is 6-19, which is so brutally bad, their median's terrible. They're on a losing streak. All angles are telling us to take Morgan State here and lay the points. That's where I'd go with the over on Delaware State's team total. I'd take their over team points, as well as I wouldn't back them just because I don't have the balls to do it with those 6 wins on the year. But I do think they're going to come out aggressive here. I do think they're going to score points. So where I would look at this thing is the over total points between both of these two teams at 147.5. I think that play has value, as well as I think Delaware State's team total has value on the over.
I just look at their, I mean, I did not cap this game like this. When you guys ask some of these games that are smaller market schools and on a day like today, I didn't even get to I had so much going on that I did not get to Delaware State. And I'll be I'll be the first one to tell you that 100% transparency. But I don't know if I would even touch this game. I mean, they lose, they score 59, 58, 63, 47. And even in a win, they scored 65. So I don't know if I go
now. They got the team total at 70.5. What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? Right. What are we talking about? Yeah. Right.
Over.
So
we're going over.
There's something. There's how does Tony say that? There's something fishy in the wood pile.
Oh, there's a
yeah.
What is
the weasel in the wood pile?
Weasel in the wood pile, baby.
Yeah, there's a weasel in the wood pile somewhere. Yeah, absolutely. That's a little too.
Dude, I think actually Tony might have a game of the year going out tonight. Oh, he's got a 7 unit. He texted me this morning. 7. Okay. I know the play. Very strong play. So if you guys
don't go nowhere after this show, because I got questions about today, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. But if anybody, you guys don't want to jump on any of my shit, I know Tony has been red hot in college hoops. And I've got a 5 unit that goes off at 2 p.m. His 7 unit, I know the play goes off at 2:30 p.m. If you guys want to get on that play as well, use that Doc Sports 360 link. I know Tony's been red hot. So little shout out to Mr. George.
Shout out to Mr. George over there. We love Mr. George around these parts. Tony's here on Tuesdays, and let me tell you, he's a force all by himself, Tony, on Tuesdays. So just be prepared. Bring a pen and paper. Man's dropping knowledge. I'm just saying, use that 360 on any handicapper. Like Griffin said, Tony's been red hot. There's a couple other guys got some big plays today. So you're able to use that on any capper you want over there, or multiple. You could pair Griffin up with somebody else, or whatever. Or you might be like, I don't even like Chicago people, so then I'm not even going to pair Griffin up with anybody. I'm just gonna
no hard feelings. No hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
Catch me in the parking lot at Walmart. Different story though.
Catch me outside in the Waffle House.
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that? I don't know why that's still funny. It's just
dude. It happened 10 years ago on the Dr. Phil show. It's still
I know, right? Exactly. Neither one of us watched it. I think it took us 10 years to know what the hell it was. It's just
bad baby. It's bad baby.
Yeah. That baby. All right, Joe Beef is gonna wrangle us in here. Good morning, gentlemen. Joe? Good morning. 3-1 last Saturday with Beef. Still fine tuning my handicapping will both shortly advance for Sunday over 5.5 U.S. versus Canada.
That's a Lenny question. I don't bet Olympics.
All right, hold on.
Unless Nick's in the chat. I think Nick's ice fishing right now. I told him he's the biggest moron I've ever met in my life. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay. Get it out, baby.
Draw.
Draws is out.
Play the overtime in U.S. Canada. They can't fight or they'll get kicked out, so they have to actually play. This has been everybody and their brother has been talking about the Olympics. Oh, it's going to be Canada and U.S. It's going to be Canada and U.S. Well, it is. Everybody was right. We are the best at hockey. Okay, U.S. Canada. I mean, it's good job. I'm not going to sit here and it will not be a Donnybrook. There will be no fighting. So it's not going to be our style of hockey. It's going to be their style of hockey. I still think, though, this game goes into overtime. I don't give a shit what it is. And I don't even know what the line is on that.
I was going to ask you, what's the line on this game?
Pulling it up right now.
Do you guys cover MLB spring training? I see a lot of value there. I bet on it personally, Casey. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to that in a second. Yeah,
we were talking about
USA
that before the show.
USA Canada is Canada's minus 125 on the money line, and the total's at 5.5. Juice to the under.
That's Lenny's recipe.
So juice to the under 5.5. Under 5.5. Under. Clip this.
Is that what you're on?
5.5. Under 5.5 means at minus 155 on DraftKings for the under 155. They want to move that to a 5. They want to move that number heavy. To a 5 at plus money. And I'll be honest with you, it's NHL players. It's just like an all-star game at this point. I'd be surprised if there's more than 3 players on either side that isn't in the NHL combined. You know what I mean? So not a lot on there. I mean, this game is going to be tight. I'm
Lenny, do you think they're dropping gloves in OT?
No, because you'll get ejected immediately. And the other team gets a 5-minute major penalty. That's a bad penalty. That means
you're done.
If somebody scores, you get to still keep the advantage.
Holy
on a 5-minute major.
I got you.
We cannot go down a man. It's not that we're going to lose that guy for the rest of the game. I mean, that sucks too. But you also lose that dude for 5 minutes, period. So, you got to be careful. They've all been warned about it, been talking about it. Listen, if it's 4-1 and there's 5 minutes left in the game, Brady Tkachuk might throw an elbow here or there. Popping elbows like that dude on that streamer that got ejected out of elbow or whatever. He might get an elbow or whatever because he don't give a shit.
I saw that. That kid got cracked. I know what you're talking about. Rampage Jackson's guy. I saw that, dude.
So the draw on DraftKings is plus 285. I've been talking about draws and trying to teach you guys on how I look for a draw, what are the factors that point me to a draw, like what are some things that you can just look at right away and go, okay, these are 2 pretty evenly skilled match teams. If they played a regular season, I bet you their regular season, like if one was in the Eastern, one was in the Western Conference, I bet you their record would be very similar. They're talented on all aspects of the ice, from forwards to the defensemen. Even the goalies are pretty matchable. They're all it's an all-star cast. So you're going to get an under game. An under game means a tight game, which could obviously mean a draw. 5.5 juiced under and plus 285 for the guy out there that says I'm not going to bet the draw because it's not plus 300. You should be not allowed to bet. You should be not allowed to bet. If you're complaining about it's 285 and not 310, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I'm bringing out the 90s suck it reference. I don't know what to say. That's where I'm at. But that's the draw.
Anyways.
Right. Listen, I'm on USA. I'm on the draw. I'm playing the storybook here in US hockey. It's US wins in overtime. 3-2. You know what I mean? It's something dramatic where I can have as much hockey, Olympic hockey, as I can. And then it's done. I stayed up last night till midnight my time watching downhill half pipe skiing. I don't know, skiing. It was a battle. This kid, shout out to Hot Dog Hans. It's his character. He's got a whole
God,
YouTube
bro.
channel. It was crazy. It was won the gold though. It was great stuff. One kid busted his ass. It was all right, Joe B. We'll wrangle us back in later. I hope you both followed my picks last night. Go Redskins/Red Hawks. Yeah, Redskins, Hawks. Miami, Ohio. Never ever gonna lose again.
They just that team, man. Miami, Ohio is just an unstoppable force right now. Keep betting them. Keep laying the points. Doesn't matter who they're playing. Doesn't matter the line. Keep laying it until this team loses. You guys know all year long I've been preaching about how I don't bet on teams undefeated that are this deep in the season. But once you cross that 23-0, 24-0, you have proven to be absolutely dominant.
Yeah.
And this team's not only just winning games and covering spreads, they're beating the shit out of teams. They beat the hell out of Massachusetts in their most recent matchup. I can't. Who did they play? They beat the hell out of them too. I think it was Massachusetts, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. This team's been absolutely throttling everybody. I gave a free play out on them again the other day. They covered once again. I can't find it because there's so many damn games on today.
I know. There's so
many. Is that
many
the game we want to talk about?
I mean, we could talk. Right, no, well, he was just Miami, Ohio played last night. They won against Bowling Green.
They have last night.
Bowling Green. I think they won by double digits.
Yeah.
91-77 they won. Yeah.
Yeah, I
14 points. I think I had a -8, 7.5, 8, somewhere around there. So I mean, and it's just that. I'm gonna give you their 5 last games, what they scored, what their opponent scored. So 91-77, 86-77, 90-74, 90-74. 73-71. Buffalo gave them a little bit of run for the money. 85-61. Northern Illinois. So they're scoring 80+, high 80s, low 90s,
plus,
and they're letting
70s.
And the other team's getting mid 70s, low 70s. So I mean, if you get this team less than double digits, I'm taking them. If I gotta lay 9.5 and under, I'm automatically taking them against anybody else.
It's gotten that point, bro.
It has to, right. Now, the last game of the year when they played the Ohio Bobcats, I don't know about that game. That's the only game I'm like,
Ohio's always sneaky, but I'm pretty sure they already played them earlier this season and beat the shit out of them.
I think so, but I don't. That's a Scott question.
Why does that one scare you? Why does that Miami, Ohio's
last game of the year, in-state rivalry?
Yeah.
The Ohio Bobcats.
I got you.
I don't know, just because they might be all geeked up and ready for the tournament and they like a letdown spot because they know they're going to the tournament. You know what I mean? Well, I shouldn't say they know, but kind of know, or they should know. I mean, they should feel confident about that. The NBA it's just much difficult to cap Griffin. You do a good job with it. Yeah, I don't know how you.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate
how
it,
you
brother.
do it.
Algorithms and traps. That's why they call me the trap king. Every free play video, baby. Everybody yells at me. I'll get the comments. Everything's a trap. Everything's a trap. Well, that's the method. That's what we're doing. The whole discovery and finding a selection. Actually, I'm happy I get a chance to talk about this. The entire selection of what we're doing as wagering is we are sneaking out where the market is wrong, and that is called a trap. As a financial day trader, what do we look at? When you get stopped out on a position, you got caught on the trap. You bought in too early or you sold too early. You got trapped out. So when you look at a situation like this, when it comes to sports picks, there's 2 teams playing each other. One of the teams is going to cover the spread. The other one's not. So you're looking for where is the trap? Where's the bad number? Where's the team that's laying a number where they shouldn't be? They're 4-6 in their last 10 games. They're laying 8.5 points in this matchup, and they're on a 3-game losing streak. Playing a team that's been outstanding all season long, yet the team that's been playing outstanding all season long is catching a number. That is called a trap. And you have to figure out where the trap is, find it, and once you find it, solidify that trap, make sure it's there, anchor it, and then play it. So that's why everyone's like, "Oh, trap." Well, that's how I think.
It's not a system like it's not for the faint of heart. Let's just say this. There's a lot of times you're like, I don't know, and then you'll hear a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that will make you second guess. And then you're like, no, you got to stick to your guns, follow your
Exactly.
algorithm, trust the process. I don't know what other
Follow the
analogy.
method. Follow the
Yeah.
method. Look at all the variables. When everything's pointing one way, it typically tends to play the other side. And your job is to find out why. Why is everything tending one way? And where is my seam? Where is the mismatch? Is there a mismatch on the field? Is there a mismatch from the perimeter? Is there a mismatch on rebounds? There's always something to find inside of that trap. And that is why they call me the Trap King.
I love it.
That's not why they call me the Trap King. Lenny knows
That
why they
ain't
call
why,
me the Trap King.
but we know why. Eastern Michigan +8. What time is that game? I just had it up. 4 o'clock your time. 5 o'clock Eastern. I can't do it. As much as I love my Eastern Michigan Eagles, I just can't. They're not a good team.
Yeah.
They're not offensively a good team.
I see what you're
defensively
saying.
Not a good team. Just all around not a good team. And they're even. It's what makes it. It's one thing to be 10-17 overall. It's another to be 4-10 in the MAC.
Mm.
Like, you can't be bad in the MAC or you will get left behind. And they have been left behind. Eastern, Western, even Central Michigan, to be honest with you. The only two good teams out of Michigan this year in basketball are Michigan and Michigan State. The end. Central, Eastern, Western, Southern. I don't even know if there's a Southern Michigan, but, Canada, all of them. They all suck. I'm just saying.
Well, I want to talk about this one. I love this. I do like this position, and this actually goes into something that I actually learned from Lenny, and I really liked it. It was the words, the saying, and it was never bet the number that the market is posting out. Now, This is a situation. I think that was from your uncle, your brother, somebody.
I'm an old guy at a sports book. When I first moved here, I was down at the plaza betting dogs, literally. Dogs.
Betting dogs.
Dog track out in Florida somewhere, and they were running dogs, the greyhounds. And the old man next to me goes, never. And we were filling out our football card on a Saturday, little parlay cards with a pencil. And the guy goes, never bet the number they give you.
And he's completely right.
Away. Hold on, he got up and walked away, and I was like, it was a long night / morning, and Lenny was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Epiphany. Had an epiphany. Hold on.
I was like,
what that guy
even mean? And then I was down the rabbit hole, and I was like, hey, old man, let me buy you lunch. Talk to me more. I did. I bought him lunch. We talked all day. That old man hung out with us. We bet horses, dogs. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, bro. So anyways, this is a game where we could definitely play, where me and Lenny talked about it last week. College basketball, it's starting to develop itself into a sport where these lines are becoming a lot more sharp. And you can start to actually look to try to get ahead of the curve and start teasing these games. Now, this is a small conference game. It doesn't necessarily have to have the teaser in place, because I still think there's value in this game. But let's look at this. This goes into finding the trap right now. So we've got Eastern Michigan coming off a nice win, 2-8 in their last 10 games, which is a terrible median. They just beat Central Michigan, though, in a 66-54 final, so they double-digited them. Eastern Michigan was laying 4.5 at home in that game, so winning that game by double digits and covering the spread. That's a nice boost for public bettors to look at. Now you've got Toledo. This is what we like about them. They're playing 500 basketball on the road or on the season, which is not good. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games, which is a bad median. And on top of that, coming off a double-digit loss in their most recent matchup against Bowling Green. Bowling Green was laying just 3.5 points in that matchup, beat them 80-70. So now you got a situation where you have a team that is currently 500 on the year, coming off a loss, has a 4-6 median, which is absolutely terrible. Then you look at Eastern Michigan, they're coming off a win in their most recent matchup. So you look at this situation, you go back to Toledo, everything's kind of pointing at you to take Eastern Michigan in this spot. Not as strong of a trap, definitely stronger traps out there. Right. But the trap is still there with Eastern Michigan picking up that double-digit win in their most recent matchup. Toledo at home, coming off a loss. They got an 8-4 strong home record. The last time these two teams played each other, Eastern Michigan beat them 80-73. This is the revenge spot play. There's usually a trap revenge spot or fake revenge spot. This is a legit revenge spot, and I believe Toledo takes it to them at laying the 8.5 points. If this was more like 9.5, that would scare me. That'd be right on that cuff of double digits. Where
Double
I'd be
digits,
like,
yeah.
Are they messing with
And
me?
some places have already moved it to 9. Circa's got it at 9 right now.
Nine's
fine, yeah.
9.5 to 10.5 is where you start. Okay, are they going to blow the hell out of them, or is this game going to come down to a last possession scenario? 8.5. That's a good number. I'm willing to lay that with Toledo here. Lay the 8.5 points.
Here's why I like. Here's where I'm on this. Here's why I would bet that. For not any of the reasons he just said, but I'm on the same side. But my reason is this: Eastern Michigan's looking ahead to Miami, Ohio.
Okay, that's fair too.
That's the game they get up for. Season's in the tank. I mean,
they're done. They're
3 of the conference. They're just half those kids won't be there. They're all gonna transfer out, just that wherever. So
on
if
Monday,
they're gonna do anything,
they got Miami, Ohio.
They got to get up for Miami, Ohio at home. So F Toledo. They don't want to be there. Toledo's cold. You know,
they're gonna name their number.
Right. Go back home. Toledo names their number, gets the win, beats the shit out of Eastern. Eastern don't care because they just want to be healthy, rested, and ready for Miami, Ohio. So that being said, I still didn't put no money on Eastern Michigan or Toledo because they both suck.
I'm leaning Toledo here. If I'm going to bet them with my own money, I'm really questioning. I'm looking at it. I got the freaking pen out right now. I'm gonna pass on this one, even though if you guys are in DGen mode and you do want to bet, the play is Toledo for sure. I'd lay the 8.5 points. I don't like that total. I do think it will be an underplay if I had to lean one side. I just think it's going to be lopsided. I think Toledo controls this game. And the thing that scares me about that total is if Toledo is blowing them out, they will pull their guys and they will just kind of wear off. And Eastern Michigan will start scoring points on that defense. So I don't want to mess around with that total. If I had a lean, it would be lay the 8.5 points.
Scott, I think you're hoping Eastern Michigan wins this game outright, so it's a letdown spot when they play Miami. Yeah. Old Dominion over 72.5. That's a 2:00 your time start, 3:00 Eastern. Playing Southern Miss and the Golden Eagles. Green Army is a fan of.
Who we talk, Lenny? Who?
Dominion, Old Dominion, and Southern Miss.
What are you, a fucking owl? Who?
Old Dominion Monarchs and the Southern Miss.
I got it. All right, Southern Miss lane 3.5. Go ahead. You take this one off?
Yeah, go ahead. He's on the over 71.5 or 72.5. I see it at 71.5 team total.
What, first half line?
No. Over. Team total over.
Whose?
Old Dominion.
Old Dominion coming in on a nice 2-game winning streak. And then you've got Southern Miss coming off a win, 9-3 at home. Old Dominion now in their median. They have a decent median at 5-5 in their last 10 games, coming off a strong win over Louisiana in their most recent matchup by 11 points. In that matchup, Louisiana was laying 1.5 points on the road. So Old Dominion not only won that game outright, but they did, in fact, get the cover as well. Now for Old Dominion, that 2-game winning streak. Prior to that, I believe they played Grambling State. No, it was Georgia State they played. And they lit them up, laying just 4.5 points. They beat them in a 78-55 final. So that scares me.
Yeah.
So we have a decent median, and we have a team now that has won back-to-back games, and they've covered both of those games outright. Now we have a Southern Miss team that's playing 500 basketball, which really isn't that scary at all. They have a terrible median at 3-7 in their last 10 games. And they have an ugly win against Troy, where they won that game in a 69-65 final. Troy was laying a number in that game at 5.5. So Southern Miss picked up the victory, and they picked up the cover against the spread. But that median at 3-7 scares me. This is a situational spot for me now, where you've got Old Dominion, back-to-back wins. They're winning games. They're covering spreads. Southern Miss coming off an underdog outright win and covering the spread. 9-3 at home. Every angle in this game is telling us to take over total points. This is where I reverse flip. Give me the under 147.5 total points. Now, when it comes to Old Dominion, I don't want anything to do with that team total. I don't necessarily know how these two are going to match up against each other, but based on the variance in this game, that under looks like the play to me at 147.5. I don't like a side here whatsoever, so that's why I cannot touch up on on how many points each team is going to put up. I don't like the team total here.
Right.
I would probably be on their under, Old Dominion's under, just based on their back-to-back covers and their solid median.
I almost got on this game. Rutgers, Minnesota is the noon Eastern time, 11 o'clock your time. Big Ten matchup here. Rutgers, I believe, getting 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 points. Total 133.5. I want to bet Rutgers. I really, really, really do. But I just do not trust them. And every time I don't feel like they're like, I don't have any stats to back that up. But over their 15, 20 games or whatever they played, 30 games, I feel like I've lost more money than I have won with them. So I have a sour taste in my mouth, and I don't know if I'm seeing them correctly. So I had Rutgers circled plus all the points, but I took it off. It didn't make it. It was one of those ones where I leaned Rutgers. I wanted to bet it. I didn't, but I would have took all the points there. Somebody mentioned you guys are all about team totals today. Rutgers team total over 62.5.
I'm on the other side with this one, guys. I'm on the other side.
133. You're on Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean soft. So this is definitely another lean play for me, and I'm kind of the same way you are, Lenny. You've been having a bad time reading the Rutgers. I've been having a tough time reading Minnesota this year. So I've got that sour taste in my mouth as well. Minnesota 10-4 at home, coming off a win in their most recent matchup. And for the Golden Gophers, they played Oregon in their most recent matchup. Oregon, absolute bombshell. This team sucks this year. They're 9-17. And Oregon was actually laying 3.5 points in that matchup and nearly got beat by 20 points against Minnesota in that matchup. So that's a big mentality boost, especially for an on-the-road win for Minnesota. And then you've got a Rutgers team, 11-15 on the season. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games, so not a good median. And they're coming off an outright win against Penn State in their most recent matchup. Prior to that, they played Maryland, and they beat Maryland in a 68-57 final. So for Rutgers, things are looking really strong for them, considering they have two pretty strong wins in their most recent matchups. And then you've got a Minnesota team that they're not really throwing anything out there that's really like, all right, I got to jump on this team. Other than the fact 2-8 in their last 10 games, which is soft, coming off a blowout win against a terrible Oregon team. This game, to me, this is where we throw all the nonsense out, all the traps, all the bullshit. We look at two teams who are just not playing effective basketball right now, and that's what we have in front of us. That total at 134.5, that's an accurate total. Give me the under total points in this matchup. That is where I go with this thing. If I had to lay or if I had to take a side.
You're taking Rutgers. Let me tell you why. Tell me why,
because I don't like either.
I'll tell you why. First of all, it's 8.5. 8.5. Minnesota's 12-14, 5-10 in the Big Ten. Okay? In the conference. Tell me if that sounds familiar to this. Rutgers is 11-15 and 4-11 in the Big Ten. They're the same team. They're the Spider-Man meme. Same team, man. And and neither one of them are good. Be clear. Neither one of them are good. They're bottom tier teams in the Big Ten. They're the same team. So same team. I'm just taking points. Honestly, Rutgers in a teaser plus 4 points, get them up over 10 all day. All day.
Yeah. Go back to that Toledo play. Tease Toledo and then tease the Rutgers up.
I didn't have a whole lot of teasers going on. I got a couple 2-team money line parlays action today, but this is one that I had a bad taste.
I have no issue teasing them.
Yeah, but no issue teasing it. Yeah, right. There you go. Scott says his picks today. If I can click this.
What do we got,
my
Scott?
Picks today is DePaul minus 1.5. This guy's got all kinds. St. Thomas over 167. Eastern Michigan plus the 8. We already talked about that. Arizona over 141. Cincy over 138.5. UConn over 140.5. Michigan over 150.5. And I parlay these two.
God, I like that. So I have action in that Arizona-Houston game tonight on a premium. You are the first person all week that has mentioned, because this is a huge matchup for both of these two teams, the first person to talk about an actual total in this game. And I will say, I like that total. I like that over 141.5. That is a little attracting here, because I do think both of these teams are going to come out and score. Whilst everybody believes Calvin Sampson's going to have that defense with Houston ready to go primed against this erupting Arizona offense. So I like where your head's at. That's a psychological cuff where we're reverse flipping there. I'd take that over as well. I'd back that. I'm against you on Eastern Michigan. I do not like that play.
Didn't get involved in DePaul.
I didn't get involved with DePaul either, but we could talk about that one. What time?
Let's talk about this Michigan game. You got anything in this Michigan Duke game?
No, I have a total.
Okay. I'm on Duke.
I can talk side.
All right, let's talk side. Let's just talk side. Can we just talk about how the fact that this is potentially a Final Four matchup, if not a national title game? It's just itching to be a Final Four big game on a Saturday afternoon for the big dance at the end, right? Duke, Michigan, storybook, blah, blah, blah. Watch the 30 for 30. Everybody hates Christian Laettner, right? Watch it. I'm telling you right now, if this was Michigan at home and getting 3, I'd be taking the points. If it's Duke at home getting points, I'm taking the home team with points in anywhere they play.
Yeah.
Anywhere. I'm taking the home team with points. I wish I could bet the overtime. I don't know. I'm sure I could somewhere, but I'd bet the overtime. This game has overtime. This game has, I won't talk about the total, how I feel. I know you got a premium on it, but
But let me know what you feel about the total. Tell me what you like.
Me? I've heard everybody and their brother.
I'm not going to react.
I've heard one person say over. One person. And everybody else I've seen has under. And I only say that because I only know this because August Young did a free pick video on this, and he's the one that was saying over. So I was like, I kind of like the over too, because I lean to overtime and and I'm taking Duke +3. I'm taking Duke, and I know
I'm taking Michigan.
Are you?
Yeah. Got to think about this. Well,
let's talk.
We got a neutral site intact. This is a neutral site intact.
Yeah.
So this isn't like they're going into Durham, North Carolina to play. So we've got an equal site here. Now we have both of these teams that have been sensational. Michigan 25-1 on the year, and then we've got Duke 24-2. All of their losses are solidified, legitimate losses. It's not like they were bad on paper. Michigan, they just beat Purdue, and we know about Purdue. They've been up and down this year. They're 22-5, but they've got some bad losses. And when they play bad teams, sometimes they don't necessarily beat the shit out of them. So Purdue's kind of one of those teams that's been flying up and down.
I feel like they play up or down to their competition.
Exactly. They play to the level. Exactly.
Exactly.
And Michigan comes in here, and they've been kind of a shell shocker for a lot of teams. I definitely didn't expect this coming into the season for them to be ranked number 1 in the country. Duke, no surprise for me. I expected this from them. Now for the Blue Devils, 24-2 on the season. They just beat the living shit out of Syracuse in their most recent matchup. That game was a 40-point differential, and that was in Durham, North Carolina. This Duke team is 9-1 in their last 10 games on a 3-game winning streak. And that 40-point deficit against Syracuse, they were laying 20 points in that game. So you look at a situation like this. Duke now is so they're traveling now for a game, and they're climbing from strength of schedule from the bottom of the barrel all the way to the number 1 team in the nation. Whilst we've got Michigan, who just dealt with Purdue, and Purdue's in the tournament every single year. They're always one of the best recruiting teams in the nation, and they just put it on them on the road by 11 points. So, situational factor, you've got a team that's won 11 games in a row, laying 2.5 points, and then you've got a Duke team that's won 3 games in a row. Duke's going to travel. Michigan's already been traveling. Duke is climbing huge in strength of schedule, whilst Michigan is kind of sitting where they're at in strength of schedule. Everybody's going to get up for this game. It's going to be packed.
Oh, yeah.
There's not going to be a sector of
this is a playoff game. Both
differential. Yeah, there's not going to be. So we're going to see who's the better team and who's going to win this game. I don't necessarily know what that money line play is if you took Michigan straight up. That hook does scare me, but if you're going to put a gun to my head and tell me I got to take a side, I'm taking Michigan here. And I don't hate it either. It's not like it's a soft lean. It's a stronger lean. I like Michigan here laying the 2.5 points.
145 to 155. Some places 165. Shop your lines.
I take it money line 145. I wouldn't go any deeper than that.
Yeah, like 150 is my pretty much range.
Throw them in a parlay. Throw them in a parlay with somebody that you love. Somebody that you love.
I mean, I got 3 points. It's the number's now at 2.5 with Duke. I'll take the points in a free throw game, I think. I think a tight game. I think Duke comes out here and tries to slay the beast. And the beast is Michigan. As much as this isn't a fade of Michigan. Everyone knows I hate Michigan. Can't stand those little puppies from Michigan.
So you're going to get an honest opinion out of Lenny right now. You're going to get honest.
Right. It's not a blue. It's not a maize. Maize is not a color. Okay. It's blue and yellow. That's your colors, you dumbass. So Michigan, it's really easy for me. It's not a play against Michigan. It is a play against Duke and points. I really feel like no matter where they played, I'm taking the points in this matchup. I think they're both equally talented. This Boozer kid is legit. He'll be playing in the NBA,
bro.
Soon.
Right now.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Michigan and Duke could give the Washington Wizards a run for their money.
Absolutely, and
now
we're seeing that in preseason baseball.
I know that people say that all the time. Like, remember Alabama could beat the 0-16 Lions. Now that's a little different. Yeah, a little bit more physicality, a little bit different, a little faster paced game. This, if you're playing, I don't know. I mean, we're hypothetical and shit, but
of course,
I like the points here in this matchup. I'm on Duke. I mean, not a overly confident run to the window, but I'm on Duke. So it is what it is.
All right, we're on both sides. Good luck.
Scott says Ohio, the Bobcats will hire some homer refs in order to win that game against Miami, Ohio.
Yeah. That'll be all over.
This is a question here. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze.
What's up?
Hold on.
Do we cover MLB spring training? Yeah. So I do. I bet it personally. I don't do it with docs. Just because realistically, Casey, you're betting on you're coin flip betting now. There are edges, and that's where you really have to get analytical. You have to look at where did these kids come from spring training? Where are they getting picked up from? Where have they been? How many starters are starting that actually started in the bigs last year? How many backups are getting the start in this game that are fighting for a spot? And then it goes to pitching matchups. You're seeing guys that are pitching that are straight out of college, guys that have been in the minor leagues for years on end who are finally getting their shot. So it's really deep homework. So realistically, I'll cherry pick one game per day if I have to. Today, I have not pulled anything up. Again, I don't do it with docs, so that's usually on my own wagers. So I'll take a side at some point today. I will sit down, do my analytics, do my homework, and I've got algorithms running for this shit as well. So that's when I'll make a decision. So unfortunately, Casey, I don't have anything to give you right now, but I will give you something for a futures ticket that you could absolutely drill. And that's you're going to take regular season win total. Seattle versus Toronto. We're going to take Seattle to have more wins than Toronto this year as regular season futures play. There's a futures play for you, Casey.
I think Seattle has a little bit of regression, but I don't hate that because I think Toronto is overrated. But shout out to your White Sox winning the first game of spring training yesterday.
Hit me, baby. Let's get it going. Chicago, we're back.
8-1 over the Cubs. And, considering, I mean, I'm just going to, I didn't even know if I wanted to talk about this or even mention this with you on air today.
Let's do
but
it.
Considering the Bears have now left the city of Chicago behind, do you think they actually win a Super Bowl now? I mean,
bro, what is that bullshit, bro? I literally was talking to my mother about it on the phone this morning. I said, the Bears are talking about going to either Indiana or Iowa. How the hell, after 25 fucking years, we finally are good? We're finally something to root for. Chicago, the energy has changed. We're wearing orange on Sundays again. And all of a sudden, we're going to clear them out. Why don't we do that? Let's go to Iowa. Don't get me started with
West
that
Hammond.
shit, Lenny.
West
Don't-
Hammond, Indiana.
I know. It's an hour
West
from my house.
Hammond.
It's a freaking shitter, dude. I played
Where's
baseball.
it at? An hour from your house?
I played baseball in the independent league for Indiana Hammond. The Hammond. What the hell were we called?
West Hammond. West Hammond. I think it's West Hammond, Indiana.
Hammond. Fuck, I got my hat somewhere. Whatever. No, screw that.
It's all good.
Dude, that's terrible.
It's all good. We don't have the right. Yeah,
it's a complete shit. I'll flip out.
That's fair. Joe Beef's gonna wrangle us back in again. 4 plays from Joe. These are the real Joe Beef's plays of the day.
Beef's off,
California
baby.
-1. I did not look at that. Kentucky plus points, Texas State and Miami.
Pick one. Let me know which one you like. Let's rip it.
All right, I'm gonna look at the Cal game.
The Cal
and Stanford.
Let me pull up. Hey,
6 o'clock Eastern.
Hey, Joe, what time's that Kentucky game start?
That is
they're not in a top 25 game today.
Right. That starts at 8:30 Eastern, so 7:30 your time. You're in Central against Auburn.
8:30.
Kentucky, Auburn.
Right. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up.
I swear.
Hold on.
I'm going to talk about California real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead. And my games. I got it. Kentucky and Auburn.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cal, Stanford. I want to be on this Cal team. I do. I want to, but I don't like teams that go into Stanford. I'm just going to say it. I don't think Stanford's a powerhouse by any means or a tough place to play or anything like that. But I don't like in a coin flip game, I don't want to be laying even 1 point. In a coin flip game, I want points. I just always want to err on that side. I had a lot of other action. I really haven't gotten to late college basketball yet. I know I'm going to be involved in Iowa State and by BYU. I know I am. But that's not till 10:30.
BYU to the window. To the window, Lenny.
I don't think so today.
Heavy.
We'll talk about it. All right.
Well,
I'm against California here. I'm not saying I'm taking Stanford. I just thought there were better bets on the board. You know what I mean? I didn't love it. If that
I don't have opinion on that game. I read you with Cal, but I'm on the same thing. Stanford's been one of those teams that they burn me. I've got a sour taste in my mouth with Stanford.
Yeah.
I don't do good against them ever. When I bet on them, they just completely implode. So that's not a team I mess around with, but there is value in this Kentucky game. I will say that, this Kentucky-Auburn game.
What do you got there? Talk to me about that.
So Kentucky, they're 17-9 on the season, and Auburn, everybody's still whiplashing from last year how good Auburn was. I mean, they were top team in the country going all the way through the tournament, and now they're just 2 games above 500, and they've lost 5 games in a row, which looks absolutely horrendous to them. They have a bad meeting at 4-6 in their last 10 games, and they were just on the road and lost to Mississippi State, who's 500 on the year with a 13-13 record. Auburn was laying 5.5 in that game, lost it by 6. So not a good look at whatsoever when you look at how Auburn's been performing as of late. They're on a losing streak. They are 9-3 at home. So that is something to keep in your back pocket. That is a good look. Now for Kentucky, this game, if this was in Arlington or Lexington, completely different story. But it's not. This game's in Auburn. For Kentucky, they just came off a loss against Georgia. Now, Georgia is a team that's kind of been hiding under the radar for the last 2 years, kind of growing and developing this program, and they are becoming very good. They're 8-18 on the season. They just beat them 86-78. Kentucky was a favorite at home in that game, laying 6.5 points and got absolutely bombshelled. So now Kentucky coming off an outright loss at home, failing to cover the spread at home. Now going on the road to play Auburn. Auburn on the other flip of the coin, as mentioned, on that 5-game losing streak, and they have a bad median. But people still remember Auburn for being Auburn, and they get caught up in that shit. Nobody's going to be Auburn's going to lose another 6 game in a row. That can't happen. They're laying 3.5 points in here. That's bullshit. We're on Kentucky. Plus 3.5 points. I'm writing this one down. This is better.
Write it down.
Kentucky.
I just bet it. You're yapping away. I just bet it. You're behind. I'm
on it 100%.
This Miami game, though, I don't have no opinion on Texas State game, but that Miami and Virginia game, I'm on Virginia minus 7.5, but I don't love it, to be
Let me
clear.
pull that one.
Like, I bet it, but I don't love it. Where I'm at there. I went the other way. I don't think Virginia can hang. It's at 2:00 Eastern.
Cool. Pulling it up right now.
Get to it. I'm pulling it up too.
Damn thing, pull up my top 25.
Games.
Which game, Lenny?
Miami and
Gotcha.
Virginia.
All right, this is a scarcity play. This is a scarcity play for sure. You got Virginia. Both of these teams absolutely dynamite. Miami 21-5. Virginia having a freaking hell of a season, 23-3. Now they're ranked 14th in the nation. A lot of people like to feed off those ranking marks, and don't ever look at that shit because all it is doing, it's just bad.
Right.
It's just bad publicity.
It's opinions. It's an opinion.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad publicity. Virginia 12-1 at home, 7-game winning streak, very strong outlook for them. Whilst Miami 21-5 on the season, 7-3 in their last 10 games, decent median, but they are on a nice 4-game winning streak, and they're coming off a soft loss or a soft win. They beat Virginia Tech in a 67-66 final at home, laying 8.5 points. So not the strongest look for Miami coming off that winner. Now 7-3 in their last 10 games, which isn't going to give a lot of people confidence in a situation like this, where now they got to travel on the road to go play Virginia. Virginia's 9-1 in their last 10 games and on a 7-game winning streak. They just beat the piss out of Georgia Tech in a 94-68 final. They were laying 13.5 points in that matchup and covered it with ease on the road. So all good things look great for Virginia here, whilst Miami catching 7.5 points. This is a scary game, but it's also a flop-sided synergy spot. Now, this brings me to another total, and we're going to play this one. Under 145.5. We've got Miami, 7-3 in their last 10 games on a 4-game winning streak, playing outstanding basketball. We've got Virginia on a 7-game winning streak, 12-1 at home, 9-1 in their last 10 games. Outstanding basketball. Low total at 145.5. Begging you to draw the over in this game. Synergy spot. We reverse flip that. This is going to be a defensive combative game. We know Virginia, how they play defense. This team plays press all game long. This is going to be an underplay. Give me the under 145.5 in this matchup. This game goes off at 1. What do you like here, Lenny?
I'm on Virginia. I'm on Virginia. So in my thought, I'm looking up where I wrote this down.
That's why I love Saturday Docs dailies, man. If it gives me so much more ammo to bet.
Right. I got 7.5. I really thought that I think Miami's overrated all year. I think they're inflated on their schedule, or not schedule, on their record. I actually think Virginia's good.
They are.
You know what I mean? I think that home game, we're only going to have a few more of these home games.
They're getting up for it.
Right. So they're going to get up for it. I don't think Miami doesn't get up for it. I'm not saying any of that. I think at the end of the day, I think I'm going to kind of cover this, hold my nose, kind of situation. You could win this by the hook, Joe. I could lose it by the hook. You know what I mean? That's, I feel like.
Who's Joe on?
He's on Miami plus 7.5.
I see that. I'm on both. I like both sides here, man. I could see this game going either way. It's all going to come out to basically how hot do these teams start, whether it's are they banging offensively or are they banging defensively. We're going to find a lot about this game in the first half within the first 10 minutes of this thing. So this is a kind of a live bet situation for me. I'd look at this game and watch this game and have your app open and live bet this bastard. When you find whoever you like going into it, wait until you find that value of the. If you like Miami, you could probably get them live bet at plus 10.5, something.
That's
like that.
what I'm trying to do, is get double digits with Miami. Yeah. I don't think it's enough, and then I have to try and middle that shit. Does Nebraska belt to ass Penn State? Jack wants to know. Belt to ass Nebraska.
These freaking Cornhuskers, man, they've been something else.
2:00 Eastern time. Start. Nebraska's 22-4, 11-4 in the Big Ten. Penn State, not the basketball school you would think of. 11-16, 2-14 in the Big Ten. They are the worst team in the Big Ten officially. They are the bottom of the barrel. It does not get worse than them. I don't think Nebraska makes a run far anywhere, whether it's tournament-wise or in the Big Ten Conference. I think it's Michigan and Purdue. You could throw in Illinois, but it's those three in the Big Ten to compete. To be honest, I'll even take my Spartans.
Illinois is in there. Illinois is in there.
Illinois is in there.
They're playing.
Purdue's any given day. Any given day. Michigan State, I don't think they could compete with the Big Ten. To be honest with you, I don't think so. But it's Michigan's to lose. I just think this is a simple of haves and have-nots. And the haves in this situation is Nebraska. I don't think I have this.
Give me the over.
148.5.
Yep. I like the over in this game. I think Penn State's in a nice little synergy spot as well, coming off a bad loss to Rutgers at home. 2-8 in their last 10 games and currently on a 2-game losing streak. They just put up 75 points in their most recent matchup, which is not very strong, but let alone it's not weak either, but it was against a much weaker team. And then you've got Nebraska. We know about how strong this defense is. They're coming off a loss against Iowa in their most recent matchup and a low-scoring 52-57 final. We know about that Iowa defense as well. In that matchup, Iowa was laying just 1.5 points, so they won that game outright and covered the spread. So for Nebraska, double whammy loss for them on both sides, whether you were on them publicly, money line. The 13-2 at home, this is a good spot for them where I believe that their offense will explode offensively. And Penn State, every single angle is telling you that they're going to get the shit kicked out of them in this game. With that number at 18.5, I believe Penn State not only covers the spread in this game, but I think that this is a competitive matchup, and both of these teams score points here. Give me the over 148.5 total points in this matchup.
I'll be honest with you, I'd rather lay the 18.5 than take the over, just because I think Penn State sucks.
What do you think about a first half line? Trim it in half, or would you rather full game it? I'd take Penn State first half, and if anything, Nebraska runs.
I like Nebraska full game because I think they win this by 20 plus. Whether they get that in the first half, what if Penn State comes out, punches them a little bit in the mouth?
That's what I can see happening.
And then they just get pissed off, and then it's a wrap. But I don't. In a game where we were starting to look at motivation, right, at this time of the year, I don't know. Penn State don't have none. They don't have no motivation. There's nobody coming through the door that's going to make this team better. If anything, these guys are already looking at the transfer portal where they could fit in somewhere. There's not a whole lot of development from year to year anymore with the portal. So I'm looking at Nebraska. I didn't bet it, but I would lean laying all the points. I'll be honest with you, I would. Joe says his best bet out of all four of those was California minus 1.5 over Stanford. So take that. Tone says he just got Griff's UFC card.
Get the gloves on, baby. Get the gloves on.
Do you guys think we? This is by the way, Tone Lopez wins comment of the day. Based off the second. Also, do you guys think we ever lose again at Olympic hockey once we absorb Canada as our 51st state? I don't think so.
That's Lenny, baby.
I said this from the beginning of the Olympics. I think at the end of the day, some countries should have to lose a little, and we should, somewhere. Even if we lose, I'm willing to give up a few. After Montana and Montana State performance the other day, I'm willing to give up Montana, and I'm willing to give up. There's a few, LA. Bye-bye, California. I'd let your ass go. Woo,
immediate
first one to go. I'm just saying.
Lenny, we got another from the Real Joe Beef. We got a comment of the day here.
Michigan wins by 8 to 10.
It's at
Paul's the top 5 coverage. Lenny, I lead you to the promised land earlier this week with DePaul. He did. He gave me DePaul earlier in the week, and I did bet it. And I did make dollar bills on it. If you say DePaul minus 2.5 today over Providence, I ain't gonna be mad at that. I just bet it.
Let me see what Casey's looking at with that Xavier. Let me see if I can.
Michigan and California have a race going on for the most colleges. I swear to God. Last one, Xavier spread plus.
Casey, what time's that game start?
It starts at 11:30, 12:30 your time, 1:30 Eastern.
Right, or Xavier Butler.
I got money on this. I'm on Butler minus 3.5. So take that.
I'm looking at it right now, man. I
You're
mean,
gonna tell me.
Xavier.
You're gonna tell me I'm on. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Xavier just played a really good matchup. Unfortunately, they did fall off of it. It was against Villanova, and that game landed in a 92-89 final. I was actually on that game, and I was on Nova -4 points, so I did not get the cover in that game. Xavier did. So Xavier lost the game outright, but they did cover the spread. And I gotta say, man, this team climbed so hard to get. They fought in this game very well. And we know Nova, they're a very good basketball team. But these teams all tend to play each other very tough. The Xaviers, the Marquette, Villanova, Butler,
Whole conference.
They all play each other very well. And now you've got Butler coming in with one game exceeded over Xavier this season with a 14-13 record. They just beat Georgetown, another team that everybody likes to play competitive. Georgetown came into that game playing 500 basketball, laying 6.5 points. Butler took it to them, not only winning that game on the road, but covering the spread as well. So both these teams, bad medians, 4-6 in their last 10 games. You got Butler at home in this game with a 9-6 record and coming off a win. This is a situation where I'm laying the points with Butler just because due to home court advantage, better record, the situational spots, Xavier coming off a bad mentality loss, and especially at home in that game, I must add. Now they're traveling back to Butler for this one. I like Butler here, and I'd lay the points just strictly due to home court advantage in this one. These teams always play each other tight. I don't like that hook and play.
I know.
I'd watch this, I'd scout it for the next hour and 15 minutes and see if you can get this thing at Xavier or Butler to 3. I think that hook's going to be a huge factor in this game.
I know. So, I'm scared of the hook.
I'd play Butler -3.
Yeah, for me, it was Xavier just took it the distance with Villanova in overtime and lost. I just think that took too much out of them. I think they're done. I think that game was like the straw that broke the camel's back. There's nothing else to compete for. Yeah, sure. You want to go into Butler and give them a game for what? They don't care. I'm just saying. That's why I'm at Butler. I think I laid the 3.5 last night. If you can get better, I mean, if it gets up to like 5, I don't hate taking Xavier plus that many points.
Right. If they look at that line movement like that, if this thing shifts to 4, I'd probably consider taking Xavier with the points. If this thing shifts to 3, I'd lay it with Butler. That's how deep and critical that there's better games on the board. Let me stop you guys right here. If we're literally pivoting about half a point, that tells you how critical this line is, and that means
that tells you everything you need to know. We don't see that big of an edge, right? I need something with real edge here. The Pope is back in Chicago, but the Bears ain't. I'm just saying.
What are we doing?
Yeah, real quick. I was playing craps at the casino last week, and every time I rolled the dice, whatever reason, I just saw Lenny in mine, and I went on a roll of a lifetime. Bro, I got you,
dude.
So sometimes you just got
when in doubt, baby. Think Detroit Lenny. He's got you with the dice. Lenny,
I got you. Hey, that's Hey, that's a. I ain't gonna lie. That's Craig Trap game. Craig Trap. Anytime he's in town, when I'm with him and he's in town and I get around him, we just gravitate towards him. And if you've ever seen Craig Trap out in the wild, okay, or me, he's like Andre the Giant. It's like Twins, that movie Twins, where Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Listen, he's not muscular, and okay, I'm not saying that. Dude's a giant, and I'm like 5'7", 5'8", right? And I'm like, so that's the two of us, Dumb and Dumber at a crap table all night,
Bro, the night I met Craig, we went and played craps. We went and played craps. We went on a run, bro. And we were playing. I don't know much about craps. I never played before. And this fucking guy.
I play backyard craps, man. You're either with me or against me.
Bro, I put down $1,000. I think Craig was playing. We were playing small. I think he was playing with 1,000. I was playing with 1,000. Both of us walked out of there with like 3,500, $4,000. I just kept looking at him. Did we win? We won another 100. We won another. Yeah. It was every single play.
You don't even know if you win.
Craps. You see Craig, you corner him. We're going to play craps. You'll make money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And if he's on the crap table, don't say nothing to him. Just bet what he bets.
just follow him. Just follow him.
Yeah. And if he's at Chipotle,
and high five him when you win the hand. When you win the hand, high five.
Also, if you see him at Chipotle, I probably wouldn't approach him either. He's in the wild. He's in his element. Let him have it.
That's
Let
like
them
a
just have
lion
it.
in the den. That's like a lion in the den.
I
You
love
don't
to hear
jump
this,
in.
Joe Beef. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Great stuff. Like the over in Nebraska, Illinois game, UCLA game. I don't have opinions on none of that. I think we talked about the Nebraska game, Penn State. I can't.
I took
just
the over
can't.
148.5 in that one.
Yeah, I just can't. Opinions on UNC under Hampton Mirror. Oh, you guys are killing me.
Marshall against the spread.
We talked about the Auburn game. I did not talk about Texas Marshall Hampton. I'm not getting involved in those. BYU. Let's talk about this Iowa State BYU game. 10:30 Eastern start time. You know how I feel about my team. I'm Team Mormon. I always have been. I'm just saying. Especially in football, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I could do it today. That's
why you do it. That's why you do it today. When in doubt, baby. When in doubt. Mormon down, baby. Mormon
I didn't think
down.
of that.
I'm all over them. I'm all over them, baby. I am. The gospel.
I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that? Today's the day.
Today's the day, bro. I'm on them. I love them big. I think this is a real good spot here. You got Iowa State on a nice 2-game winning streak, ranked number 6 in the nation, 23-3 on the season, beating Houston in their most recent matchup. Great look for this team, who's currently ranked 2nd in the nation, beating them by 3 points at home. Now Iowa's got to travel. They got to get on the road and go all the way out to BYU for this one. So it is a travel take. Not massive, actually. I will say Iowa State to BYU actually isn't as far. But going
it's not across the country, but it's a distance.
No, right. It's a distance. BYU, bad median, 4-6 in their last 10 games, and coming off a loss to Arizona. Strength of schedule. We love that strength of schedule. We know Arizona's all the way up here. 24-2 on the season. Arizona was laying double digits, so BYU did, in fact, get the loss, but they covered the spread for public bettors. Now, we look at this game, and both of these two teams, they have dynamic records. Both of them are strong. But in a situation, my computer just went blank on me. I'm just gonna go right off the cuff. BYU. Yeah. They're on a losing streak right now. Iowa State, they're on a winning streak right now. Iowa State, they have the 6th rank in front of their record, whilst BYU has the 23 rank in front of their record. Everything is angling you to take Iowa State in this game, whilst it's completely telling you not to take BYU. This is the last top game on the board. So this is where all the chase money's coming into play. Iowa State's now going from home to the road. They got to deal with the Mormons. Mormons are 10-2 at home, coming off a loss. We are on them plus the 2.5 points, and we are on them all the way on the money line. They're winning this game outright, ladies and gentlemen. I love this play. We're Mormon down. We're with the Cougars, baby. We're with the Cougars. If I get on one knee right now, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Tony George gave out free play. Gotta go watch it. San Diego State, Colorado State game. Good breakdown there. And Scott says Tony's on Nebraska. I mean, I get
it. Is he homering it?
I mean, it's a free play. So
he typically will not do that ever. Yeah, no. If he likes it, he'll tell you to fade.
He likes it.
Yeah,
he's not
he'll
like
tell
me.
you to fade. Yeah,
I'm going to tell you to bet the Lions 17 times a year.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know what? You could bet them twice on a primetime game. I'm just
lost
saying.
A lot of money this year doing that too.
Yep. That's fine. Yep. I'll get back.
Shots fired.
Full circle. Listen, it is what it is. It's an investment. It's an investment into the team. Okay, I'm giving back. Do you gentlemen like anything in Baylor, Arizona? This will be the last one. Then we got to bounce on out of here. Games starting. Baylor, Arizona.
Like a racehorse.
I know, right? Same.
You gotta piss like a racehorse, bro. The whole show. Left and right.
I didn't get involved in this Baylor game. I don't think Baylor's any good.
I did. I looked at this. They're laying 7.5? I think it was
4:00 Eastern. Yeah,
they're laying 7.5. I didn't have the balls to lay it, but I was going to. I was going to take Baylor in the.
I didn't.
They're laying a number. And realistically, as you just mentioned, Lenny, they're not that good this year. And that's what everybody's starting to tend to is they aren't that good this year, but they still bang from the perimeter. They're a very fast-paced team, and they're very well coached. They're on a 4-game losing streak, which looks terrible, and that's the only reason I didn't back them in this matchup, laying 7.5 points. Other than that, Arizona State on a 2-game winning streak, which looks really good to the public. So that is another reason on why people would take Arizona State. They're also 4-6 in their last 10 games, which isn't a good median, but that huge win over Texas Tech in their most recent matchup at home, that is what stacks the buying power for ASU here. For me, I don't like catching the falling knife. That's not why I'm not backing Baylor in this spot. But I do believe they have a much better offense. And when we talk about those mismatches, that's where the mismatches are going to come to play, at the point guard spot and from the perimeter on the corners. I believe Baylor is going to be shooting threes all game long against this Arizona State team, and they move at a much faster tempo. So I like Baylor here. I would lay the 7.5 points. Because of the 4-game losing streak, I'm not laying that number. So that's why it's not on the card.
There you go. There you have it. That's the breakdown for Saturday. I gotta go. I gotta
pee like a racehorse.
The games are on. Yes, Nevada Maverick. Let's go USA. I'm taking the draw. I'm just letting you know. I'm taking the USA and I'm taking the draw plus money. This is everything we wanted out of Olympic hockey. Griffin Murphy, tell them again what you got going on tonight, and then we'll bounce on out of here.
Hot day today, ladies and gentlemen. Hot. Thursday, we had our NBA Game of the Year. We smacked it with the Raptors. We're 11-4 in our last 15 NBA selections for almost $3,000 in profit. I've got a 2-pack in the NBA. The real center, though, in focus is early college basketball. I've had 5 of 6 winning days, 5 of 6 consecutive. I'm 5 for 6, whatever. 5-unit best bet, small conference game. You guys know I have those small conference matchups. First half line play goes off at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's part of a 4-play card. And then in UFC tonight, the Octagon 7-unit fight goes off at 9:30 p.m. That is a part of a 4-fight card. And that has, I want to say, about 12, 13 units inside of that package. So if you guys want to get on board, DocSports.com/360 link. You already have it. 2 for 2 winning seasons, lifetime with UFC for plus $3,100 in profit. I'm done promoing. Go just check my bio. I post all of my records, winning or losing. I'm honest. We're transparent here.
Check my bio.
Done with the promo shit.
Check my bio. You don't
Check
know my
bio.
name?
Google me, bitch.
Google me. Catch me at the Waffle House. Google me. Get the hell out. All right, use that free $60 account. Links in the description of the video. You can do whatever you want with that $60 on any handicapper you want. This guy, Mr. Chow over here, has a
we got the chopsticks out, baby.
available
We're going.
for you over at the weekend. We'll appreciate you. We appreciate you guys as always stopping by, hitting the like button, commenting in the chat. We'll see you guys Monday with a gold medal. USA.
With the gold medal. With the gold medal.
Put it out there. Put it into the universe. Manifest that shit. Good luck unless you're against me. We'll see you tomorrow.